Hello, my lovely ladies. Welcome to another edition of Thriving After 45, Menopause Made Easy with Tanya. And I have been, oh my gosh, okay, for years listening to and reading the works of Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Gregg Braden, and oh my gosh, I just love what they teach. I mean, truly, I love it. And I wanted to share with you today how love and gratitude can change your DNA. Oh, okay. So, how your emotions influence your DNA and biology. And this is so powerful. And I just cannot keep it to myself. I had to share it. So, today we're diving into something that's truly fascinating. Like I said, how the emotions you feel every day, fear, worry, gratitude, love, can actually influence your DNA. Yes, you heard me right. Your thoughts and emotions don't just stay in your head. They reach deep inside your cells. Remember, we are just cellular beings, everybody, and impact your health and vitality. And I know this may be a different way of thinking. As I've mentioned before, I have been studying a lot of quantum biology lately, a lot of heart brain coherence, um, photons, electrons, easy water or structured water, fourth phase water, whatever you want to call it, redox. Like I have been just inundating myself with this beautiful information. And I have shared some of it. I've talked a lot about light, and there is just, oh my gosh, ugh, it's just incredible. But I think it does require a mindset shift just to realize how powerful your thoughts and emotions are. All right. And that we are just cellular beings, and that our thoughts and emotions can impact our health and vitality. And many of you have been loving, when I compare two women. So I'm going to compare them again, and you can, through their stories, see how their inner world literally changes their biology. So let's start with the two women. All right. So let's meet Honky Helen. And Honky Helen, because she thinks this is honky hocus pocus, believes life is all about grinding through. She doesn't buy into energy, feelings, or heart brain coherence. When she feels stressed, anxious, or afraid, like most of us do at all times, unfortunately, so I would really be aware and tap in because you do not want to be feeling like this. She just pushes through, and she's constantly stuck in this fight or flight. Her body is tense, her cortisol is high, but she really doesn't know this. Like she is just not aware of this. Even though she feels it in her body, she feels helpless. Okay? And then let's meet Ophelia. Open Ophelia. And Ophelia has learned over time to pause, breathe, and tune into, and here is the word, everybody, feelings of love, gratitude, and compassion. She consciously creates peace in her day, even in small moments. And I'm going to explain to you why this is so powerful. Because here's the fascinating part, and this is according to the research from Gregg Braden. And he talks about that our DNA, the very blueprint of our cells, is behaving differently depending on if you're Honky Helen or Open Ophelia. Okay? So when Helen experiences fear, frustration, stress, anxiety, her DNA strands tighten up. Think of it like your cells going into a defensive mode. You're less open, you're less flexible, You're less able to repair and thrive. And these stress hormones dominate. And Helen's body is in constant alert. It's like a security system that never shuts off. And I just want you to pause for a moment and feel yourself. Notice any tightness in your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your gut, your legs down to your toes. Just notice if you are holding into stress, holding your breath, living from your neck up, just stuck in your mind, and that this is causing the very strands of your DNA to be less open, less flexible, less able to repair and thrive. And this is where many of us are right now. We are stuck in survival. And we are, if you listen to my last episode, part 4 of my sugar mini series, when you are stuck in this state, okay, first of all, just remember that your brain, especially your amygdala, likes the familiar. It likes the familiar. So you have become addicted to these feelings in your body because even though they're not healthy, vibrant feelings, they're what your body knows. Okay, I think this is so important. I really hope you are understanding what I'm saying here. So when you try to invite more openness, expansion, vibration into your body, joy, happiness, it's actually uncomfortable to you because your amygdala wants familiar settings. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that for right now. All right, so just notice this. Okay, now, meanwhile, Ophelia's DNA responds to her feelings of love, gratitude, and peace by loosening and opening up. And her cells are more receptive, better able to heal, communicate, and express the genes that support vitality, immunity, and longevity. I've talked about epigenetics. I mean, I've been talking about epigenetics for 15 years. Okay, we are not our genes are not our destiny. Our genes are not our destiny. And if you listen to Bruce Lipton, they account for 1% of disease today. It's our environment. It is our environment. It's our thoughts. It's our habits. It's our feelings. And I see this with women who are in a stressful environment in their house or their work. And until they leave that environment, they don't realize how stressful it was on them because there was no comparison. I hope this is making sense. So Helen's emotions, Honky Helen, emotions create contraction in her biology. And Open Ophelia's emotions create expansion and flow. And this isn't just metaphysical, it is supported by real research on gene expression, epigenetics, and the heart-brain connection. You can look up HeartMath Institute. You can start to delve into Dr. Joe Dispenza's, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Gregg Braden's books, their understanding to really open up if you need, that I'm not just pulling this out of thin air here. There is supported real research on this. Why does heart-brain coherence matter? Like, why does this matter? What is it? The magic happens in the space between your heart and your brain. And I'm going to do another episode explaining this because if I start talking about it, it's going to be a very long podcast. But your heart creates the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, and it communicates directly with your cells. Your heart. So feel your heart right now. Put your hand on your heart. Take a nice breath in and a big sigh out. Feel this beautiful beating heart. You can think of a beautiful glowing energy around your heart. And again, most of us are stuck in our heads, okay? I can't get into all of this either, but we need to move into our heart. When Ophelia slows her breath, touches her heart like we just did, and generates feelings of love, gratitude, when you feel love, picture a moment when you felt just, oh my gosh, deep love. Is it when you saw the birth of your children and they came into your lap, which is one where I can remember sitting with my little boy. He was probably only, I don't know, 3 weeks old. And I had him on my lap. And I was just in awe. Pure, I could almost cry. Pure love, pure innocence, pure gratitude for this beautiful little boy. Beautiful. The smiles, the little sounds, just being fully present in that moment. And when this happens, your heart and brain become coherent. And I'm talking about Ophelia here, but I was just talking about myself too. But your nervous system shifts from fight or flight into rest and repair. And your DNA is now receiving instructions for healing, not just surviving. Now, Helen, Honky Helen, her heart and brain are out of sync. Her DNA is essentially in a contractive, defensive state. And over time, this is creating more inflammation, more tension, more aging at a cellular level. Remember, we are just cells, and you have the power within you. You have to believe it, though. You have to believe it at the core of your being that your environment, your thoughts, your habits, your emotions are either expanding you or contracting you. This is not just theory, everybody. It's biology meeting human experience. What are some practical steps you can take to open up your DNA? How can you be more open, like Ophelia, in your daily life? I'm going to give you this technique that takes 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, it's evidence-based, and Gregg Braden talks about it as well as many others. We did a little bit earlier, but touch your heart. Literally place your hand on your chest. Just make sure you're not driving. Okay, make sure you're in a safe environment and anchor your attention on your heart. Slow your breath. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 8. Keep going. And this alone shifts your nervous system. Now, generate a feeling. Think of someone you love, a moment you're grateful for, something that invokes compassion or joy, and let it fill your chest and radiate outward. Think of a beautiful golden light within your heart, radiating. Maybe you begin to feel your body sparkle as you're breathing in for 5, out for 8. You don't have to count, just make your exhale longer than your inhale. Bring into your heart the feeling of joy, compassion, love, gratitude, and feel it. Don't just think it, feel it in your body. Visualize your DNA, which are the strands that we are made of, relaxing and opening, receptive to repair, balance, and vitality. Feel yourself opening, expanding, letting go. And notice if there's any resistance to letting yourself go. Some people can start to cry. Some people can laugh. Some people can start to just feel that they don't want themselves to go into this unfamiliar feeling because it's not how they're normally feeling. And do this daily. Do it many times a day if you'd like. Do it when you're feeling stressed. Do it in the morning. Do it when I say to people, I'm never waiting. I'm never waiting for anybody because I can do this. Okay? And just be in this moment. And better still, if you can be outside touching a tree, grounding your bare feet into the earth to pick up on the, natural healing vibration of the earth, all the better. But if not, just do it wherever, whenever. You're literally sending instructions to your cells for health, resilience, and longevity. And remember that Honky Helen is not wrong for living her way. She's human. She may need to really protect herself because she doesn't know what it feels like to let go, to surrender. And so she's controlling to stay tight because she's not in a supported environment. Okay. And that's why community is really important. When you choose to practice this consciously, you're stepping into a new paradigm where your emotions are tools, not just reactions. Let's take one more nice, beautiful breath in for 5. And an exhale for 8. So beautiful souls, the choice is yours. Okay. Recognize yourself in Helen. Recognize if you are surrounding yourself with triggers like the news, like, doom scrolling. Comparison is the thief of joy. Reacting to stress and fear. Closing yourself off from feeling. Living too much in your head. Okay. And if that's where you are and you need help, I'm here to help you. Or will you practice being like Open Ophelia? Open your heart. Feel your DNA loosening, relaxing, stepping into a life of vitality, peace, and joy. We need this. We need this. And so I am inviting you today to see if you can step into these feelings of love and compassion and peace. We don't pray for peace. We be peace. We vibrate at peace. Start small, touch your heart, breathe, feel love, watch how your cells respond. This is the beauty of modern science and ancient wisdom coming together, and you are more powerful than you realize. If this resonates with you, I'd love it if you would commit to one heart-focused breath a day this week and note the difference in your energy, clarity, and mood. And if this resonated with you, I would love for you to share it with somebody in your life. This information is life-changing, and I have been practicing it for about 15 years or more. So thank you for joining me today. If you could please like, review, share my podcast, I would be deeply grateful. And I'm just grateful that you're listening and that I hope you can feel my energy of love and compassion and support wrapping around you. Oh, I'm warming you up. And until next time, breathe, feel, and flourish. Have a beautiful day.